What we're doing right now is changing out the electrical panel. As you can see, we're putting a new 200 amp overhead panel. We've taken out the old one, which was an old Sylvania Zensko panel, which are going bad here. They're old panels and they're obsolete. And when you start having problems with them, we highly recommend to the client that it gets changed out. They are like 20, 30, 40 years old. So therefore it's time to change your electrical panel. So from the time that we get called out to come and look at it, we come out to see what their problems are. We look at that, and if we start to see that we have panel issues and that they're an old panel, then we tell the client that it's going to take anywhere between 5 to 7 days for the power company to come out here and investigate what can we do to change their electrical panel. Once we're doing that process and they get back with us to tell us what they want us to do on behalf of their specifications and what they want us to install, then we're pulling the permits through the city, the municipality, county, whichever jurisdictions around. And so once we get the permits, then we can schedule with the power company when we can do a transition day. It could be 7, 10 days, up to 2 weeks before we can get it scheduled. If there's a power issue, we try to fix anything that we can to keep them going, but sometimes we can't control that, especially when you have a panel that burns up like in the meter area, that we have no control over. The power company will come and clip the lines and safety them off so that nothing burns up and creates even more problems. Well, what we have to do when we're changing out a panel is we have to have the power company, first of all, come out and disconnect the overhead lines. Once they disconnect the overhead lines, then we have no more power to the panel. Then we can get started by doing a removal and replacement. The removal consists of starting to take down the overhead riser, take down the old panel box, remove it, and then secure, installing a new, what we call backplate. And then with the backplate, we then start installing the new panel to specifications. We have height, we have width, we have different dimensions and different style of panels that we use to install in our installations. We have to use different types. What I tell the homeowners is, if they have an old house and they're not sure of their electrical panel and they are having issues, call a licensed contractor to come out and look at it, and they can then let them know what they're up against. Because some of these older panels, they create problems. Problems like they can burn out your air conditioning unit, or burn up your water heater, or burn up anything that's electrical if they're an older model and they're starting to have problems. We don't really know that, the homeowners don't know that till they start having problems. But if they have a very, very old house, I would get it inspected.